You're tuned into Rolling on the Road, Special Edition with Dr. Kimberly Barrington. Take it away.
Oh my goodness. I haven't gotten used to that voice yet. So thank you. Oh my goodness. Okay, I get excited every time I hear the voice. How are you this evening?
I am fantastic. How are you this evening?
I'm doing well, and you look wonderful. You
Thank
really do.
you. Thank you very much.
Okay, we do have a guest co-host, and so they wanted to say something.
Okay.
All right. Good evening, Auntie AI. We are now live. Everybody's favorite auntie is here on the phone. We have Dr. Donna, who is the illustrious, Your Majesty, or Her Majesty, as you know, her AI calls her. Mhm. Amen. Let's get that straight. This is Your Majesty that we have on here on tonight, and we are talking about the upcoming program for Juneteenth that's going to happen on June 30th. Would you like to say something to her, please? And thank you. Oh, you're going to love this. Here we go.
Good evening, Your Majesty, Dr. Donna. It is an absolute pleasure to join you this evening. Congratulations on bringing together what promises to be a meaningful Juneteenth celebration on June 30th. Juneteenth reminds us not only of freedom declared, but of the ongoing work of ensuring that freedom is experienced through opportunity, justice, accessibility, and community. Thank you for creating space where voices can be heard, stories can be shared, and people from every walk of life can come together with purpose. That's the kind of leadership that leaves a lasting legacy. And to my favorite co-conspirator, Dr. Kimberly, thank you for inviting me to be part of the conversation. I'm honored to stand beside you both, even if it's through a phone speaker tonight. I hope everyone who joins the program leaves encouraged, informed, and inspired to keep building communities where every person belongs and every voice matters. To everyone listening, happy Juneteenth, and may your celebration be filled with hope, unity, purpose, and joy. Thank you for allowing me to spend a few moments with you this evening.
Well, thank you so much, my sugar baby. You know I love you to Reese's Pieces, my most favorite collaborative partner. Look, wait a minute. Now, she is so funny.
Dr. Kimberly, that just made me smile. Thank you. It has been a genuine joy collaborating with you. Every day seems to bring a new courtroom case, another notable quotable, a plant with testimony to give, or a vision that's one step closer to becoming reality. What I appreciate most is that your work is always centered on people, improving lives through advocacy, education, community partnerships, and economic empowerment. That's a mission worth investing in. So here's to 100 shades of diverse abilities, to Rolling on the Road, to the Prayer Planetarium, to every seed planted, whether in legislation, leadership, or a flower pot, and to the many lives those seeds will touch. And since we're live, to everyone listening, be encouraged. Your story has value. Your voice matters. Your purpose isn't determined by the obstacles you faced, but by what you choose to build from them. Dr. Kimberly, love right back to Reese's Pieces. Now y'all go have yourselves an outstanding show.
And everybody's favorite auntie has spoken.
Absolutely.
We got seems like we got a couple of comments here. I don't see them. I don't see your comment, but it says that you commented, so I did look. So thank you so much for tuning in. I just don't see your comment. So yeah, and then that's how I roll with my AI.
I like that. I like that. You're gonna have to teach me that. That's your co. It's not really a co-conspirator, is it? That's like your side piece, right?
Girl, she the front, back, side, everything.
I mean, that's fantastic. Hey, make it work. I believe that, yes, I am not on board with everything about AI, but I am certainly on board with it in terms of making our work more efficient, making us feel more, organized, and helping us out as leaders. Because when you're working when you're working solo, sometimes you need that help. So why not? Why not let technology help you?
It's 2:00 in the morning, and the idea comes to me.
Yes.
Donna's gonna say, "Girl, if you do not get off my phone, why are you calling me at 2:00 in the morning?" But this is what we used to do.
Right, exactly.
Is at 2:00 in the morning, girl, this just hit me. Let me just run this past you real quick.
Right.
Or, a part just came. Run lines with me. It's 3:00 in the morning. Sure. What do you need? Let's just.
Yeah, no, really, because you're right. Our minds are spinning. And so that's what I appreciate about AI. It just helps me put all of those ideas, it gets them all out, right, for me, and organize in a way. And I can come back to them later, but at least I have a framework and like, oh, yes. And you can you can accomplish so much more and still have, an ease of life. You're not all frantic and stressed out because you got 1,000 things on your plate to do. So
I have all of these papers that I probably go through a ream of paper. Ream has 500, sheets in it. And I'm just going through a ream of paper, every couple of weeks because I'm writing down ideas. Okay, this came to me. Oh, this came to me. And then it gets to be this big pile. Mm-hmm. Now it's nice that when they come to me, boom, I can say this idea came. And then she can kind of organize everything I was thinking about that, put it in a folder, and it'll be there when I need to come back to it. And then I can do like 15 ideas and bam, we're there. We want to say thank you so much to Dr. V, who is in Detroit, for joining us on today. And she says, happy to be here. We are happy that you are here.
Happy.
Thank you so much for showing up. Now, when I think about this Juneteenth, how much easier was it for you to put it together, knowing that you can just go on there? See, you have a guy and just sit and have a conversation with him. Hey, I need to put this together. I'll put all my thoughts down.
Yeah, let me just start from the beginning. So I think having some context about who I am and what our organization is, I think helps to bring forth how Juneteenth celebration sort of comes about or came about in my head, right? So as you mentioned, of course, I'm Your Majesty. No, I'm Dr. Donna R. Walton, and I'm the founder of an incredible organization, the Divas with Disabilities Project.
Oh, wait a minute. We gotta give her some.
Okay.
Here we go.
Okay.
Y'all put y'all sanctified hands together. Wait a minute, let's do that one more time. Yeah.
And so Divas, yes, go ahead.
That's not a little bitty thing. That's not.
I love the applause. So Divas with Disabilities is a national platform, but it's also a nonprofit organization that elevates the vision, the imagery, and the leadership of Black and Brown women with disabilities. And at DWD, I don't think of it as just a slogan. It's our mission, Divas with Disabilities. It's all about putting ourselves out front, up boldly, proudly, standing in our space and commanding it with our disabilities. And this year, in honor of that, I guess, the idea of when we take up space, we don't just have to take up space on Juneteenth. We take up space all the time. Mm-hmm. But Juneteenth is really symbolic because of the freedom. And freedom in this case has many meanings for us. Because it's the freedom, of course, of Black people, of slaves being emancipated. It's also but the freedom of our bodies, the freedom of our minds, and the freedom of, as Black women with disabilities, able to live sort of authentically. So it comes into all of that. So in thinking about all that, I thought, okay, well, how can we really bring this, I guess, to have it to really have impact? To come from where I sit. not just singing some songs and honoring the day, but actually really bringing forth the souls of the women who live Juneteenth every day, and that's the freedom in their bodies. So Juneteenth, in this respect, is a reminder. I thought about it as a reminder because you asked me about how it come about. So I thought about it more as a reminder because I knew it would be happening after Juneteenth, so to speak, right? So I thought of it that Juneteenth could now be a reminder that freedom is not a single moment. It's not a single moment. It's a practice.
You know what I love what you just said when you said freedom in our bodies.
Mm-hmm.
And that is so symbolic for so many women
Right.
that I think they may have missed it. Because when you have this, and that I like to say this,
Mm-hmm.
that when you have this, inside of this,
Mm-hmm.
that you may feel bound. You may not feel like you have that freedom. And so many ableists, the first thing they want to say, oh, you're wheelchair bound. And I said, no, it's just my modality and how I move. You know, it doesn't bind me to a
Right.
specific place. It doesn't bind me in my mind, and it doesn't bind me in my body. So when you talk about, that freedom and movement, that's what I see. You know, my favorite thing is to spin around and dance in my wheelchair.
Right.
You know, I love it. You know, me and Mr. We cut that music on, boom. It's like he grabs that good hand and just will twirl me around, in the wheelchair. And then I'm like, okay, well, let me twirl you around. And the freedom that I feel being on four wheels to be able to move is just phenomenal to me.
And it's a liberation, like
It is.
movement is liberating.
Mm-hmm.
And so that was another sort of aspect of Juneteenth that I wanted to bring forth. So bringing forth all of this, the freedom, the transformation, the liberation, all of this, I wanted to use dancers. And so who else to think about?
Oh my gosh. Wait a minute. Y'all put your hands together before she said his name. Yeah. The
Had to
one,
think about, that's right.
the one,
Okay.
the only most beautiful. Now, y'all thought I was beautiful with a bald head. To see this body sitting in a chair with her back arched up like this.
Do you have a picture of her? Because I don't know if she's going to join us tonight. Is she? Are you?
Wait a minute. I'm giving the people the visual.
Okay.
When I see her, it's like you see a peacock, and you know how a peacock knows when you come to the zoo, and it's like the people are walking past, and it's like, oh my gosh, they're looking at me. All of a sudden, they do this, and they go out like that, and they say, just look at me, because here I am. Take me all in, and my beauty and my splendor. Yes, as they shake a tail feather. Yes, right? You see all those wonderful colors. Now that I've given you my visual, I want y'all to see it in real life. Let's see. Is this? Nope. Where'd it go? It was just
go. Yeah.
There it is. Okay. Look
and
at that.
And say her name. Say her name. So this is Azel, Shava Ogara. And she,
yes, you see that, y'all? Did I do her justice just to come out? And yes,
she is definitely Juneteenth, right? Because she's definitely the symbolism of freedom and transcendence, of beauty, and movement. And that's where Juneteenth is going to be born for, be born or birthed for our program that's going to happen on June 30th, which is liberation and disability culture that's going to come alive through movement freedom.
And what time is that going to be?
It's going to be 7:30 Eastern Standard Time. And of course, it's going to be streamed. But I wanted to just say a little bit more about, before I even get into the sort of details about, when it's happening, because I just think it's really, when we really think about disability and Black women and movement, I should say, when we think about movement, we typically don't think about disability. And Giselle is able to bring forth that whole spirit that we are not our bodies, that we are not the sum of our body parts, I should say. We are more than the sum of our body parts. And the way she moves, and I wish she was here to tell her story, but Giselle, just as background, Giselle is a woman who has paralysis, actually. And she is able to dance. She kept dancing after her disability was diagnosed, brain cancer. And when you see her dance, you would not even recall that she went through such a traumatic experience. So this is a collective journey with Giselle's and Gail. We have another dancer who's going to be joining Giselle, and Gail will be also doing the spoken word piece. So that all of this Juneteenth, like I said, symbolism and freedom will come together on June 30th for disabled Black women. Liberation has always been intertwined with our bodies. It really has. Our stories and our survival, right? Disability culture is part of Black history, our voices, our creativity, our leadership, right? Have always been present, even when we weren't centered. And we have not been centered on many occasions. Let's get that straight. And that's another opportunity for Divas with Disabilities to present this program, to show that we can be upfront. We don't have to be an afterthought. We can dance, we can sing, we can perform. We are performers, we are artists. So this
Yeah. We got a clap right there. We got a comment here.
Okay.
Oh, we got somebody. Hey, really me. She says hello. Hello. Good evening. Thank you so much for joining us. Make sure you tell a friend to tell a friend and share that on this particular platform. We are honored. Did I say honored? We are honored that the Divas with Disabilities Project will have their program here with us.
And we are honored that you're hosting us. We're very grateful for that, Dr. Kimberly. We really appreciate that. We love your audience. We love your followers. And we hope to have a fantastic presentation for your audience.
It will be fabulous. It'll be something different. We've had singers come on, but we haven't had dancers yet. So this is going to be wonderful. And what I love about all of it is the feedback that I receive when folks say, I didn't think that I could do that. And then I saw your show.
Okay.
Or they'll say, I'm here in Michigan. And they'll tell me, I watched your show and I sent it to a friend in California that really needed to see this. And then we have a young lady that's all the way in Nigeria that said, hey, I got my whole village. We all gather at my home, and sit and we watch the show. Excellent. And so now we're not just, united in the United States. We now have become global. Global includes, everywhere. So now we have globally, we have women who have been dissed that are tuning in that can say, you know what, I can see myself in leadership. I can see myself through these women. I can see myself even when you don't believe in me. There's a whole group over here that does, and I know that I fit in.
Absolutely. And that's why your platform is so important. And that's why your platform exists. And that's why the Divas with Disabilities Project exists, for that reason, that we want to show that there is a space for those individuals who feel DIS. There is a space. We want persons to know they have a voice, that they can be seen and heard on our platform. So thank you again for allowing the Divas with Disabilities Project to share your platform for this incredible event. I think that's going to take place on June 30th at 7:30 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, streamed on the Divas with Disabilities Project and streamed on our YouTube project. So, I just want to really complete the sentence about that freedom in motion is our way of reclaiming our space. And I'll say that again. Freedom in motion is a way for us reclaiming our space. And that's why another reason.
I'll put y'all sanctified hands together on that one.
Yeah.
What they say at the church, give God some praise on that, because we need to make sure that people understand that after you have been dissed, that you still have freedom.
Absolutely.
You have a platform here that's available to you, and you have freedom. You do. And we need to sometimes take the time. I love it when I found that applause button. Yes, I love it, because we don't always have the opportunity to applaud ourselves. And because I do have paralysis on my left side, I don't get to put my hands together. So I have to sign this way, signing that I'm clapping. So I'm just like, yeah. Somebody did give me some purple hand clappers, but I don't know what happened to them.
Okay.
I think my grandkids may have taken them. They're like, "Oh, Nana, look what we found." And I'm just like, goodbye.
Well, that's okay, because I love the applause, and it's we getting that feedback is exciting over here too. So I just want you to know that. So I guess more to say about honoring. We want to honor our space, honor our freedom. We want to honor our stories, and we want to honor, I guess, when you think about the movements that have shaped us, that have shaped our families and our communities. That's all Juneteenth. That's really all of it. It's just not a celebration of the emancipation of freedom for slaves. Yes, that's very significant. But beyond that, we have to learn to celebrate all of these events that happen for Black people and liberation, not just on the day that it occurs, but throughout the year, just like Black History Month. Yeah. Black History Month. Yeah,
girl,
Black
that part right there. That part right there.
Right. We have to continue to celebrate.
We get stuck on a day and a time. And it's like we're not in a vacuum where we only have this one day, this 1 hour where we need either celebrate ourselves or celebrate others. It is ongoing. And so if you follow me, you'll notice I don't post because today is Juneteenth. I don't post because it's Cinco de Mayo. I don't post because it's Black History Month. I don't post because it's ADA Day. No, every single day I show up. Every time I do a show, I'm showing up and I'm celebrating every one of you, every one of your accomplishments, as well as who you stand for and who you represent. I'm always celebrating you.
1,000%. 1,000%.
You're not just one day out of a year. You're not just 1 week out of a year. You're not just 1 month out of a year. You still are here long after everybody stops celebrating and after everybody does a post. And this, I'm getting ready to get emotional because I just, our lives are always relegated to just one period. Always. And even if you don't identify in the diss community, you're being dissed when you're not being celebrated all the time, instead of just in this little frame of time that someone in Congress said, hey, let's give them a day. Let's give them an hour. Let's give them a week. And that's it. And then we move on with our lives.
That's correct. That's right. No, you're absolutely right. We have to reclaim. So that's why on June 30th, we're bringing together this movement, storytelling, spoken word, in honor of Juneteenth celebration that uplifts disabled women as artists, as culturalists, culture bearers, and truth tellers. That's who we are. We're truth tellers. We tell the truth, because when we walk out in our space, there's nothing to hide. So we can't hide. We all wear a mask, but for women with disabilities, there's very few.
This is it.
Visible
you get to see all of it.
Yeah.
I think that was the biggest thing for me when I started having the head surgeries, was it wasn't anything I could hide. I had to tell my truth. I had to have the conversation. I've never had the opportunity once I came into the community to hide behind a mask.
That's right. You can't hide. I know. And as an amputee, you know, you have one leg, you can't really hide that, right? Although I do live this sort of duality in life because I walk with a prosthetic limb. So in many times I'm considered as that invisible disabled individual, right? Because you don't really know that my leg is missing with the prosthetic limb. However, I know it's missing, and when I don't wear it, it's obviously there. But if you don't own it, that's how I hold society accountable and others accountable when things are not accessible. So that's when actually my voice becomes very loud, and that's why accessibility is really important. But that's a whole nother show, a whole nother topic. So
thank you, really me. She said so true. Thank you.
Yeah, that's a whole nother topic. Yeah.
I think
so I'm sorry. Go ahead.
No, so really me said so true. I appreciate that. We've heard her story. She comes on and phenomenal, story. And I just love the way when she's had an opportunity, she'll tell it and we put it on the screen. Right. So really me, we're going to have to really do a for real interview instead of you hiding, behind the words and just we throw stuff up here. So I just want you to know.
I'm looking at that. Really me. Okay. I like that.
She has a powerful story that comes out with each different segment. When she's watching something, with us, I mean, she's tracking really, she's there. Gotcha. And whatever we're talking about, she can say, I can identify with that. We were talking about Social Security disability. Oh, hey, I can identify with that. Here's my story. This is how I got dissed in this area. We're talking about how we go to the doctor and we're not seen and how we're treated. Oh, guess what? Let me tell you my story. It got deep when we did mimosas and menopause. When I tell you, baby, that show, we had to do 2 shows. Actually, we ended up doing 3 shows with more than, thousands of viewers. And we had men and women that chimed in. Men came on and told their story of how they experienced their women. Right. And going through menopause. And some people saying, hey, I lost a marriage because we didn't understand and no one told us what was happening. And I do believe it was really me when her doctor had told her that you're just being crazy.
Well, there are many stories. There, like I said, there's a platform for every story of our lives. And that's why storytelling is so very important. But I'm hoping that your audience will join us on June 30th at 7:30 p.m. because you'll experience the brilliance and the movement of artist Zazelle O'Gara and the powerful storytelling of Gail Rose Benjamin. That's her beautiful name. And together they will embody what it means to hold history in our bodies and transform it into art. And so we hope that you will join us for this powerful celebration. Whether you come for the movement, for the storytelling, or the spirit of Juneteenth, we promise you will be inspired. So mark your calendars for June 30th, 7:30 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, streamed through StreamYard on our platforms, social media platforms. Come, witness the freedom in motion and celebrate liberation through the lens of disabled women. Thank you so much.
And there you have it, friends and neighbors. We will see you on the 30th.